What's up, guys? Dr. Jota here, ENG, Dr. Jota ENG here again, and today we don't have too many news regarding to Kylian Mbappe. We don't have too many news regarding to new players, rumors, and stuff, which is the 60%, the 70%, the content of the channel, what I basically talk about every single day. However, there's big news. There's big news today. Because if you don't know, guys, I will tell you today in this video right now. Real Madrid, it is official, will take action against FC Barcelona and will join the case, will join the process against FC Barcelona for corruption. I mean, that was the decision taken by the board members of Real Madrid yesterday. Sunday, they had an extraordinary and urgent board meeting, right? And the decision that they took, it was basically to fight for the truth. That is basically what I would say, considering a lot of people, especially from FC Barcelona fans, supporters, and stuff like that, are criticizing Real Madrid just because they didn't expect for us to do that. But let me tell you something, man. What did you expect? I mean, what y'all guys were thinking about us and our position in all the harm, all the bad things that might have happened to Real Madrid with all these referees that you already don't know if they were fair or they were clean, or I don't know, man. We don't know anything right now. This is a very dark issue we are dealing with, and the only way for you to protect the Real Madrid interest when you are the president of Real Madrid is to go all in and dig down until you find the truth, right? Because now you don't know. All these years with FC Barcelona winning pretty much everything, right? We have to throw back to 2008, 9, and 10, that FC Barcelona from Pep Guardiola winning pretty much everything. Now we don't know if that was true, but those years they were already paying to Negreira the money for getting a kind of neutrality, right? And which is not neutrality, because when you have to pay for something, right, from the judges, from the referees and stuff, it's because you really want to get something in return. And when I say you want to get something, I'm not talking about, okay, we will be neutral, we will be very fair and clean and, very... No, I mean, if you pay, it's because you already guess, you suspect, right, the system is not clean, and the only way for you to go is to pay, like everybody else. The problem is when you realize nobody else is paying and you're the only one, and now the eyes of the world are looking at you like, man, what did you do? I mean, that is corruption, right? And you did this thing for over the last 25 years. As far as we know, it's probably more. So, Real Madrid, Florentino Perez decided last night, it was Sunday morning meeting, to take action, right? We don't have to feel another complaint. We only have to join the process, the case, and so we will have access to all the documents and reports and investigations and stuff like that. And by the way, another important thing is we're not joining La Liga. We are not partnering, we are not teaming up with Javier Tebas and the rest of the teams of La Liga. Why? Because Real Madrid really don't need to do that. And on top of that, we're enemies, right? We don't want anything. We don't get along with Javier Tebas, and we don't care. As you know, Javier Tebas is the major number one enemy of Real Madrid, and we're not interested in, going together to anything, to anywhere with Javier Tebas. Real Madrid, what we've done, it's basically what everybody should do, is wait for the general attorney talked, right? They filed the complaint against FC Barcelona, and then is when Real Madrid decided to go ahead, because we already had something. We don't want to go just by rumors, by speculations, by things that people are saying. We've just waited for the general attorney to say something in order for us to go then. Okay, let's go now. Because now we have, suspicious activity. We have indications about FC Barcelona paying to the referees, right? So that's why we decided to wait a little bit, hold back, and when we heard from the general attorney, we went ahead, okay? So that is the only way to do that, and that is basically the most important right now. Why is not important or as important as this, the signing stuff? It's pretty obvious, man. Right now, there's only one big thing when it comes to signings, which is, well, I would say maybe two. It's Jude Bellingham, from whom we don't know anything about. I mean, I'm starting to suspect Jude Bellingham is already signed for Real Madrid. That's number one. Number two, the other one is Kylian Mbappe, but we will don't know. I mean, we won't know anything until he decides to talk. And that's going to happen by May, according to Mario Cortagana in The Athletic, okay? So, but until the moment, man, we shouldn't say anything about it. Because, I mean, there's no point. Because we will be talking about Kylian Mbappe one day in, one day in, one day out, right? Kylian Mbappe, yes. Kylian Mbappe, no. Now he, he scratched the nose, and that means that he wants to play for Real Madrid. So I don't want to get into it again, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, and there's no point in reviving again the whole drama like last year. So to me, the most important, and that's why I'm changing a little bit the content of the channel, of the videos, basically, is because I think that this thing is bigger. I mean, is way bigger than Kylian Mbappe. And it's a big deal for Real Madrid and for the Spanish football, because it can change everything. It's going to affect to the relationship between Real Madrid and Barcelona for the European Super League. Number one, what happened with Juventus de Turin? Now apparently they are expecting for more suspensions, sanctions, punishment, or whatever. So the only two big allies from Real Madrid are corrupted. So, I mean, is that the point, man? I mean, of course, every single thing will affect now and on to the relationship between Real Madrid and these clubs, and of course the European Super League. So, man, I don't know. I'm really, really disappointed with the football today, how we manage it. Probably the Premier League is different. I don't know, because let's see what happens with the Manchester City thing. But I think it's kind of different, man. I think I should change the channel to the Premier League stuff, because I think that there's more traction and there's more interest on it, and otherwise, man, there's no point in keeping the content in the Spanish La Liga, in the Real Madrid. I mean, I love Real Madrid, but what are you gonna do, man, if we are playing among just corrupted institutions and very bad or really bad managed institutions or competitions or whatever you want to call it, right? So I don't know, man. That was the big deal last Sunday, and as of today, Real Madrid will join the case, and we will probably find out Barcelona did even worse things that we know, because as you know, all the I think it's called summary. We don't know everything, right? We know a little bit, probably the 30 to 40% of that. But when the general attorney talk or feel a complaint against a team, it's because of something. It is because something is going on. So I don't know, man. Let's see what happens and see how this thing ends. But it's not going to be good for FC Barcelona if, keep in mind, if the judge, right, the general attorney has filed a complaint, but if the judge refuse that complaint or refuse to turn on the green light to the process and say, hey, we're going to reject this process, because if the general attorney says something, doesn't mean something has happened, right? These are, the papers are just the guess of the general attorney. Now is the judge the one who has to say, okay, we have proofs enough or we have indications enough to think FC Barcelona did something wrong. So let's go ahead, you're green, let's go on, right? But if the judge says, no, there's no suspicious activity, there's no indications enough, there's no proofs enough to judge FC Barcelona, let's stop this whole thing right now, then Barcelona will get away with it. However, if the judge says, yeah, green, then it's going to be a problem for FC Barcelona, because I don't think anybody in this world, any single company, business, or whatever, will be interested in investing in FC Barcelona. And with all the struggles they're having financially, I don't think they'll survive. So let's see what happens.